day 6, it's Monday, and we've just woken up at Tres Iglesias, sat there, had a coffee, we've got into some little conversations with people there, very nice, and now we're walking to Monikodoma, the Kodoma monastery. This part of the coastline in Crete is very isolated. It's tucked under the Astudilcia mountains, which you can see up here, which is fearsome, inhospitable limestone crags slashed through with dramatic gorges, and it protects the coast here, and it creates a kind of microclimate, they were telling me in the cafe, and it also provides for some very isolated beaches like the one we're looking at the moment. Now we're just approaching a carob forest. That's the green array you can see in front of you. So we go through here and then we climb, following white and red flashes on rock, to a junction. Turning right will take us to Paranimfi village where we were last year, and turning left will take us to Monikodoma, and that's what we intend to do. Well, here's a little pause for thought. Many people might be asking how you keep clean and hygienic. Sorry, the wind is blowing under such circumstances. Well, here's a very isolated spot, as most of these spots that I'm going to are. It's in a carob forest, and you can see a little stone trough. Actually, this is concrete for goats. Many of these are in the mountains here in Crete, and this is what I bring with me in the way of toiletries. On the right there is some deodorant, which has been decanted from a little roll ball deodorant container. On the left of that there's some face cream, very important to lubricate your face. There's the symbol of ultralight backpacking, the hot knifed toothbrush, with on the left a small container of toothpaste, twist cap, and then in the middle, just behind the toothbrush, is some biological detergent. So basically, I strip off, as I'm a little bit here, although I am wearing trousers, and I wet my body and soap it up, and also take the opportunity to wet and dry my clothes. Now that does mean that at certain points I am slightly naked up here, which means you have to look around and make sure there's no one here, and most times I get away with it. So once more we find ourselves on this path from Tres Iglesias to Kodoma Monastery. We did this last year and the same this year. Beautiful pine trees, the thick scent of resin in the air. Not a soul around here, and surrounded with the mountains on one side, the sea on the other. Here we are, as you can see from the sign, at the monastery of Ios Ioannis, in Ios Ioannis, the little village on the sea. The sea you can see over here. Very, very quiet spot, this reflective spot, much like the other monasteries, which probably goes without saying. And a nice feature of this one is that it's well, it's a ruin basically, and has all the romantic features attached there too. Little sort of monks' cells cut into the cliff here, uninhabited for a very long time, and I just would like to have been a monk here for a couple of days at least back then. This big bush, well, this is basil, the biggest basil bush I've ever seen in my life. Nice. The section that we missed out on last year because we didn't have a map. We didn't know that this track existed. It's really very wild and isolated, and there's no sign of human habitation here at all. And it's a mixture of like olives, I think. Fairly sorry looking for themselves. Trees, if you can put it that way. There's an eagle up there soaring. Just crags and scrub and brush and things. There's no sign. There's no goats here that I can see. No shepherds, anything like that. Perhaps later on. It's quite surprising that there isn't. And then I guess we go up and over this promontory here to get to Tripiti. If you ever want to walk this, you come over that saddle on a dirt road, and then there's two dirt roads. One goes off up the saddle and one goes off down here. You need to walk about 20 meters up the road that goes from the saddle. Very, very faint track that goes across the hillside like this. So I think it just goes higher than these cliffs. Yeah, there's some shepherd's pen there, and then here you go down into a gorge and then up the other side, and then after that you get to this brow, and it should become easier, let's hope so. So here we are at 7:15 at Tripiti, another little place called Tripiti, meaning full of holes, and it's quite dark as you can see. Lots of caravans on the beach, and that's our sleeping place for tonight. There's a little taverna just down here, or a cafe. We'll go and say hello first. So this is where we spend the night, on Tripiti beach, and a little alcove which I've just found just here in this little alcove. So not a bad view, very shaded obviously. It's actually still warm in there, little oven. On top of the pre-palatial Minoan settlement at Tripiti, a lot of wind blowing. Pre-palatial means it's about 2,000 years before Christ, so about 4,000 years old at least, and split into little compartments here on top of a hill overlooking the beach and the sea. You can make out little individual rooms, of course, and little beds. So a lot of the masonry is intact. Very atmospheric place. Well, here we are sitting on the peak of Kofinas mountain, the highest mountain in Asturias, 1,230 I think meters, and the actual peak is just over here where you can see a little flag, a little church. That's where I've left my pack, and I've come here to get a nice view of the coastline basically that shows you where I've been walking past couple of days since I entered the Asturias. Down here you have the Monastery Kodoma. We come in via this winding road, shortcutting it with the trail, and the entry point was over this pine bluff, and we walked along the coast to Ayers Yanis here, and then we left and went along the coast. That was for the first time that I'd done that little part. That's a really nice beach I discovered, and then this is difficult going on to Tripiti where we spent the night last night. And we walked up from Tripiti, so 1,200 meters altitude gain, and I don't know how far that's away. And beyond that you can see this one here. I think this is Lendas. Yeah, this should be Lendas. And going all the way into the distance, you can make out a little island just off the edge of a promontory. That's Ayo Farago, the Holy Gorge where I descended last year, and it's the start of the Astudillo. Then there's a big corner of sea, and then the mainland of Crete starts away here in this direction again, with Rethymno district. Over there is Psiloritis. So that really gives you a good overview of where you can walk here in the Astudillo, and if you come up to Kofinas you can see it all. And soaring birds of prey, it would seem. Don't know who this little fella is. Maybe someone can tell me. But pretty impressive that you can do that. Hover there in the air.